Alright, what's up everybody? We're back with Cobalion. It's been a while. It has indeed been a while since we've seen Cobalion. February 19th, in fact. Yeah, I'm gonna reset this weather in just a second. It was snow earlier. I knew as soon as I came over here and started running into Avalugg, it's like, oh, I gotta change this. Alright, let's do that. I wish this was as easy as it is to change the outbreaks in SV. Rain? I mean, I don't think rain would affect anything. I'm not using any water Pokemon. Cobalion is not a water Pokemon. And it was raining here in real life. It was like torrential downpour, actually. It was like Kyogre was in town. There was supposed to be thunderstorms I was a little excited for, but I did not hear a single rumble. Disappointing. You know, word to anybody trying to scam people with bogus emails. You know, maybe you don't have your email be SS71 bunch of numbers. Your postal store order confirmation. Did they chat GPT this one? My god. You guys aren't even trying anymore. Not even the scammers want to put in effort. I've gotten this same, like, your postal store order confirmation. I've gotten this email, like, every day for the past 2 months. My email spam filter is so bad. And you block one of the email addresses and they just send it to you with another, like, FFT bunch of numbers. Alright, we'll go ahead and get started in just a second here, chat. I think ads are about to play. We got some cozy rain for Cobalion. I don't have my chapstick at my desk, but I have a blanket on and I don't want to get up. Oh man, I love getting emails or phone calls about bank accounts that I've never had in my life. It's like, oh, you guys tried. That's cute. I think I've gotten, like, what is it with Chase? I do not have a Chase bank account. I think I've gotten, like, Bank of America, too, which... No, dog. Not correct. What's up, everybody? How's it going? We're back with Cobalion. We made it to 1700. Probably gonna get to 2K tonight with how fast these hunts go. And then, let's see, Terrakion. We're approaching Terrakion territory. Terrakion was 2145. So, Cobalion... seeming like he wants to betray. Oh, okay, fine, I'll get up. Ugh. Okay, blanket back on. We're good. Ignore my rickety ass chair, please. What's up, everybody? Alright, we're locked in. Actually, no, we're not locked in. I only have Senti Scorch on me right now. Let me fix this real quick. I still cannot get over Oxy. Oh, Tyler, are you here? Let me show you how little Oxy is. Hee-hee, little baby. Okay, we're kind of positioned awkwardly behind the rock. There it is. If you weren't here for when I got shiny Oxy, chat, they are the littlest, tiniest Pokemon. They're little babies. Somebody tried to fake deposit checks? That's awful. What's up, everybody? The missions in Pocket I hate the most are the ones that want you to do, like, the diamond star cards. I never do those. Alright, where's my squad? I need my boys back. Where's Todd? Todd, where'd you go? There you are. Todd, the boys are back in town. Yeah, those are... I honestly think they need to they need to tweak those missions. I'm not even joking. I think they should fix those. They're just so annoying. Got a shiny Ray? Nice. Claiming you owed several thousands of dollars? That's insane. That would have given me a heart attack. I remember I got one scam email one time that was like, you have to go to court or something like that. And for like 1 second, it scared me. And then I was like, wait a second, why would I need to go to court? Alright, Todd's back. We got Altaria on board. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Don't have a good dark deck. I don't think I've been able to pull, like, any Darkrai. Okay, let me remember how to set this up. And we add one to the counter. A Weavile. Weavile is a good companion for Darkrai with Pocket. Again, this is the website I like to use as a basis for helping with deck building. Oh yeah, you said Lucario is good. There's Lucario on there. Sudowoodo is pretty good too. Whoops. Okay, we're a little bit off. We need to adjust. If the first Cobalion was shiny, I would have... I don't even know what I would have said. Okay, let's try this. Oh, they stack? Interesting. Why do you whistle like that? Why do you like... Why is your trader whistle like that? It's raining. I mean, I guess we have to... I have to see the "It's raining" dialogue box every time I get into a Cobalion fight. Costing me 1 precious second. I've just been using my Executor, my Eggy Smash deck for fighting Garchomp in Pocket. Although losing the coin flip has resulted in me losing several times. Pocket really is just kind of coin flip meta, the experience. The movie, the live experience. I like how swampy it looks around us. The water looks so swampy. Fellas? Oh, I was like, where is everybody? Yeah, you have to use the Sneasel that's making the Joey Wheeler face. It's so frustrating to just have one copy of a card you want to build a deck of in Pocket. I pulled another Arceus EX, so I think with my immersives I have 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 or 7 Arceus EX. And I still just have one Garchomp EX. It's like, oh, okay, game. Okay. Alright, I see how it is. It's like, yes, Arceus, I like- you're great. Big fan. But I want Garchomp. Yeah, Pocket needs a few tweaks, I think. The way you search cards. The fact that, like, again, the Diamond Star mission thing is just such a waste. I will never do that. Change it to something else. But I've been playing more Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection, and look who showed up, chat. Everybody's favorite. These sorted. What are these sorted by? Oh, I didn't even screenshot it. Well, there's Grandpa. I like Grandpa's Scapegoat, Karibo, and 2 unknown Skrunklies above them. But it was everybody's favorite dinosaur monster, Little D! That is amazing. I wish we had spent more time with Yugi's grandpa's card shop. That's such a fun setting. And they never really, like... You think having a family member that owns a card shop would give you a pretty big advantage of getting good cards. I mean, I guess it did, because Yugi had things like Exodia and Dark Magician. Yugi's grandpa is a scalper. Yugi! I fought off 2 men buying cards today. I mean, we joke, but literally one of the first things I saw when I got online today was 2 grown-ass men fighting in front of a Pokemon vending machine. Some guy was, like, checking out at the vending machine and another guy, like, jumped in front of him and pushed him. It's like, this is insane. What is this? You guys can't be serious, please. Nothing like seeing 2 grown-ass dudes scrapping in front of a Pokemon vending machine. so unserious. Yes, Justin, that is the video. It's like every week we get a new brawl for Pokemon cards. What's up, everybody coming in? We are shiny hunting Cobalion again. Unplugged and wrapped up. Something terrible happened. Something terrible happened. I'm in a TCG Discord that pings every time product goes live. And Walmart had the booster bundle for Prismatic. And literally I was right there when it went live. Gone. Like, I clicked the link and it was already sold out. You can't beat all these bots. You just can't. People set up all these fancy bots and they just buy out product before you can even blink. It's very unfortunate. Yeah, I am worried about the Switch 2 getting scalped, legitimately. I know Nintendo is like, we have warehouses full. Also 1717, that's a nice number. Scam baiter YouTubers? No, I feel like I've seen a few show up in like recommended before though. I've seen so many people say that like this whole scalping debacle is making them just not even interested in Pokemon cards anymore. Which I can't say I blame them, honestly. You're not worried about getting a Switch 2? I'm worried that they're gonna just release one color. I want a special edition Switch 2. I don't want to get the vanilla model. I mean, I could always change out the shells, swap the shells, but it'll take a while for that stuff to get manufactured, I'd imagine. For the Switch itself, it's not too bad to swap the shell, but for Joy-Cons, it's more complicated because you have ribbons and stuff that you need to put back very carefully. $14,209. That is a diabolical number. They'll probably release ZA for Switch or Switch 2. Yeah, it's like, if I have the option to play ZA on the Switch 2, I'm gonna want to play it on the Switch 2. But what if they release just like one boring Switch 2 color? I didn't really care for the orange and the blue. Oh, you think they'll release a ZA Switch? I guess we'll have to see. They didn't release an Arceus PLA Switch. They did Scarlet Violet, they did Let's Go, Switch Lite, Sword and Shield. Is that it? Is that all? The Switch 2, or the Switch 2, the Switch 1, I don't know. I need Nintendo to bump it up a little bit with some of the colors for the Switch 2. Yeah, Cacturn, I wanted something bold and they played it very safe. Yeah, the Scarlet Violet OLED is the nicest Pokemon Switch they put out, I think. I mean, part of me thinks it's really funny that the Let's Go one is yellow and brown. Color combination of the century. But yeah, the Scarlet Violet... I mean, I have a Scarlet Violet shell on my Switch right now. What was everybody's favorite Switch 1, like, special edition? Like, the Animal Crossing one? I guess they had a few Zelda ones. Yeah, you gotta hit him with the classic yellow and brown. They're playing to a crowd of people who think anything but slate gray is for children. I know, it's like, you guys are Nintendo. You're not Microsoft. You're not Sony. You don't have to play it this safe. You like the default? Honestly, the Switch default colors weren't too bad. I like the colorful Joy-Cons. I got the Mario Odyssey Switch, which is literally just a Switch with red Joy-Cons. See, that's what I mean. When we get our next 3D Mario, we better have like a super colorful Switch 2 to go with it, not just, oh, we'll make the Joy-Cons red. Yeah, you know that's so true. Nintendo would print billions if they made a new console with a transparent option. People yearn for the Y2K aesthetic. Like, bring back the N64 transparent colors, but for the Switch 2, people would go apeshit. And that's me. I'm people. I would go apeshit. Atomic Purple? Let's go. Yeah, a Bowser-themed Switch would be super cool. They should do that. Instead of just Mario, they should do Bowser. That'd be really fun. I mean, they released pink Joy-Cons for the Peach game, but people would have loved a pink Switch. What's up, Silver? Doug Bowser-themed Switch. Yeah, not too much longer until the big Nintendo Direct. Yeah, imagine not only a new Star Fox game, but a Star Fox Switch 2. That's all like space themed. I want to see them improve the Switch Pro controller too. Like, I feel like they released maybe 5 versions of the Switch Pro controller that were unique, and then they just said no more. There's like the Smash one, I think there's a Xenoblade one, there's a Splatoon one, and there's like a handful of others, but they just went so conservative on it. And they charge so much money for the Pro controllers, it's like, at least make them fun. At least make them fun. Yeah, the Monster Hunter one was sick. You saw the Mario movie just a few days ago. What's your review, Silver? Did you like it? Did you think it was mid? Yeah, Golett. Golett is a good choice. Yeah, I wonder if they'll redesign the Pro Controller for the Switch too. I mean, the Joy-Cons are fine for handheld, but I can't live without a handheld controller. I mean, this is a third-party controller. I was gonna say, this is a Pro Controller, but, like, not really. Two Monster Hunter, two Splatoon, Zelda, Smash, and Xenoblade 2. That's so small. That's such a small pool of franchises. As mid and safe as the Mario movie was. I mean, Mario's... I feel like we talk about this every stream. This is Mario's 40th anniversary. And March 10th is coming up. You don't like the Joy-Cons? They're too small? Yeah, I get that. No, not the outbreak in a bad spot. I'd second Poliwag, but you gotta have laser hawk eyes to see if Poliwag is shiny. Yeah, they definitely need to start teasing the second film. Maybe we'll get a trailer, or we'll have another fun, goofy Miyamoto announces a bunch of Hollywood celebrities for the cast. If it's the Poliwag from the Pokemon Day themed outbreaks, it is at least shiny odds boosted. Oh, Skeledirge comes tomorrow? Okay. I made it sound like Skeledirge is Santa. Skeledirge is coming to town. I bet they'll announce another Lego set too, those kind of ugly Mario Lego sets where Mario is like a weird little brick Amogus looking character. The brands Nintendo chooses to partner with are very interesting. There was a lot of, there was that huge Bowser figure they made for the movie back when the first Mario movie came out. Because normally you don't see a lot of Nintendo merchandise out and about. Yeah, they just left Galaxy 2 off of that collection that they made super limited time for some reason. That is a good thing to bring up, though. I wonder if we'll get another Mario collection. That's such that's the most Nintendo-y thing that they've ever done. Hey guys, here's a collection of some 3D Mario games. We're not putting Galaxy 2 on there. Also, it is super, super, super limited time. And it's going back into the Disney Vault. I mean, the Nintendo Vault. I mean, Nintendo is kind of the king of FOMO marketing. That is something they excel at quite well. You have a sealed copy of it? Nice. Am I doing the Reggies? I can at least do Reggie Gigas. Yeah, Mario kind of fired on all cylinders on the Switch, didn't it? The Thousand Year Door remaster, Mario RPG came back. Mario Kart was more successful than ever. Mario Odyssey, the Princess Peach game. When are they bringing back Captain Toad? Where is my friend Captain Toad? I haven't seen the captain in a while. Is he okay? Yeah, Mario Wonder. I was like, I know I'm leaving off. There's literally so many Mario titles, I couldn't even think of them all. What was everybody's favorite Mario game on the Switch? I actually have to think about that for a second. I actually have to think about that. His first name is Captain. Captain Toad. Mario Party, Bowser's Fury, Odyssey. Mario RPG. See, that's what's fun. Everybody kind of has like a different answer. I guess I would have to say Odyssey. I mean, I did enjoy Wonder. I still need to finish it. But I mean, Odyssey was like the first game I even played on my Switch. Also, Jump Up Superstar is just such a great song. Odyssey has so many bangers. I mean, every Mario game does. That is not a unique trait to Odyssey. But Odyssey has some particularly great songs that I revisit often. Also, the Mario Odyssey Switch bundle that I got came with a Cappy game case, which is pretty cute. I'll never forget playing Odyssey, and I mostly went in blind, which was perfect, because imagine my surprise when I get to that level with the realistic, the hyper-detailed dragon. I mean, even the beginning area when you first meet Cappy and like you take control of the frog is really cool. The art design, the art direction in that game is so good. Yoshi's Island. I think we're gonna get a Yoshi game soon for the Switch 2. I feel like it's been a while since our last Yoshi game. So it wouldn't surprise me if they had another Yoshi game up their sleeves ready to reveal soon. The Hat Kingdom had a very Nightmare Before Christmas vibe to it. It kind of did. I'm excited for whatever Kirby game is next. Forgotten was so much fun. A 3D Yoshi Island game sounds really fun, actually. I am not really someone who has ever partaken in Yoshi's Adventures, so something like that would get me to partake. Yeah, Kirby kind of has a Zelda thing going on where there's both 2D and 3D. New Kirby Air Ride. My favorite thing about Kirby Air Ride is just how similar the UI and everything is to Melee. Favorite part of Forgotten Land? I really like all the power-ups that Kirby has, like becoming a refrigerator, a car. I think the way they reinvented how Kirby works in that game is so fun. But I like that spooky level the best. It's also my favorite song in the game. Or Kirby, when Kirby sucks up all the water and is like a big jiggly water balloon. Or Cone Kirby, Light Bulb Kirby. I hope they bring back that type of mechanic for Kirby. Like, I like when Kirby steals other enemies' powers. That's fun. Obviously, that's a core mechanic for Kirby. But, like, he can just take over cars and drive away. And he goes Poyo. Oh, I like the fishing, too. I actually just got... I think it just came out. I got a gachapon figure of Kirby fishing. I'm very excited for it to show up. Kirby's just sitting in his little fishing chair with his eyes closed and his little fishing hat. More games should have fishing mini-games. And games that took away fishing should put it back. Pokemon. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, I mean, fishing in Frontiers was pretty fun, too. And it's a way to incorporate Big. And who doesn't like Big? Yeah, Invasion of the House of Horrors. I should replay that game soon. Yeah, there's no fishing in Scarlet and Violet. Fishing has been a staple in Pokemon. And they were like, no, not anymore. The fishing in Link's Awakening on Switch is both rewarding and infuriating. Yeah, like fishing in Ocarina of Time. Trying to get the fish for the heart container. Sonic Adventure. Oh, of course. Fishing up Froggy. And then you had to fish Froggy out of chaos. That's such a janky boss fight. I love Sonic Adventure. Niantic's making a big announcement. Wonder what that could be. Yeah, you can fish in this game. This game has, like, spots in the ocean that you can hit A on and fish. I don't know how many people fished in this game. I mean, I kind of didn't like how they did fishing in this game. But at least it's here. I mean, it's one of those mechanics that they should absolutely expand upon and make it fun. And they just don't. They just refuse. Yeah, you can fish in this game. It's not very good, but you can. You have to walk up to like a dark puddle in the water. Or a dark spot, not a puddle. Look at little Cobalion spawning in. A little baby. Is there fishing in the DLC? In Scarlet Violet? No. In this game, yeah, you can fish wherever water is. But yeah, one of my first ways I started shiny hunting was chain fishing in X and Y. And it's just a real shame that that doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, you can fish all around here. I mean, they made an NPC in Oraz for like contests. Even though I'm sure so many people don't even bother with that. Make a really fun fishing NPC who has like an ace that's like a Gyarados or a Magikarp. And offer like have them reward you for catching bigger fish Pokemon. Like if you show them a really large Magikarp, you get 10 lure balls. That would be sick. Your first chain fishing shiny in X and Y was Staryu? That's fun. Mine was Relicanth. I still have that Relicanth. It's still hanging around somewhere. Yeah, you could even do it like where you could pull up treasure boxes, like in Frontiers or, you know, countless other games that have fishing. You could have where you could, there's a small percentage chance to pull up a treasure chest that could have a bunch of revives or full heals or something in it. Or even just coins, money. They could also do something kind of fun, the way they did Drayden's trial in Blueberry, where you catch a bunch of, you're in a competition, so make it like a competition with you and a bunch of other NPCs, or you could make it multiplayer. That would be fun too. And then at the end, when everybody's done fishing, you fight the other fishermen. And whoever wins gets like a cool prize. And you have to use the fish Pokemon that you caught. You threw it out as a kid without knowing? Oh no. Yeah, they could have done a fishing teacher. Absolutely. Some sort of NPC that incentivizes you to go fishing would be really fun. And it's not like... like, fishing is such a common thing in so many Japanese games. Yeah, they need to bring back Type Null and unlock Cosmog in a future game. What's up, Twisted? I'm slowly but surely shiny hunting Cobalion. Yeah, I don't know who at Game Freak thinks we keep wanting, like, the Scam-O-Matic or outbidding little children in an auction house. They keep putting in such strange mechanics that are just really annoying. Like, at least you can manipulate the lotto machine in Scarlet Violet. But, like, the Scam-O-Matic is just the Scam-O-Matic. It's like, this is just miserable. Well, yeah, because they can just copy that similar style of lottery coding over. I mean, Sword and Shield has multiple lotteries. Let's not forget the Ball Guy lottery. When Sword and Shield first came out, Toxic and Flame Orb were stuck behind Ball Guy Lottery. You had to get very lucky to get a competitive item. And I think later they ended up distributing or having some sort of event where you could get the Toxic and Flame Orb. But it's like, what were you guys thinking? Nobody wants to go through and challenge, do the league championship 100 times for one shot. One shot at a probably crappy item that you're gonna get. You never used the Scam-O-Matic? You missed out on nothing. I think I did the Scam-O-Matic a few times in the story for Isle of Armor and then never again because the odds are just so bad. It's just not worth your time. Baggin'. Yeah, we'll see if they're gonna make us pay for costly inventory upgrades like they did in PLA. I always forget that that character's name is actually Baggin. Bilbo. Yeah, you can cheat the system with the printer in Scarlet Violet. Which, good. You should be able to. I don't need gacha systems within my $60 game, you know? Just to get one Pokeball. Like, what a waste of everybody's time. Well, with the Pokeball machine in Scarlet Violet, you can get more than one at a time, but still. How do you do that? I think there's like a calculator somebody made and you can... I've never actually done it. I've never actually done it. If PLZA will have an infinite money exploit. Oh, what was the exploit for PLA? I don't remember. Yeah, the only way you can, like, really make any money is defeating the Coin Sisters. Yeah, I think somebody made a tool that you can, like, put in information and figure out how to determine what the Pokeball printer will print. Alright, 1780. The Cobalion of 1780. I mean, the auction house in Scarlet and Violet isn't even fun. Like, you get a little chuckle after seeing, like, a child putting up, like, 60K once, and then the luster is gone. If done right, upgrading your inventory can be really satisfying. So I hope that is a feature that they improve on. If I wanted to start in any region, ooh, it would be like... That's a hard question. Part of me wants to say Kanto, part of me wants to say Johto, and part of me wants to say Hoenn. the action-oriented battle mechanics. I did not... I really hope that they improve the system a lot from PLA. I don't know, it's hard to say without, you know, experiencing the game myself yet. Oh, the grit. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Infinite grit. I wonder if the grit system, if that's gonna come back. Like, unless it looks horrible like Origin, Dialga, or Palkia. Let's hope they don't do Xerneas and Evital that dirty. I do think if you really don't like the way the battles work in PLZA, Gen 10 will be back to business as usual. Yeah, we got such a small look at how the dodging and stuff will work. I want to play. I want to play it! Pikachu, dodge! Do I think Xerneas and Evital will get new forms? Yeah, I think so. We haven't seen them yet, but I think they're holding a lot of secrets and stuff from the trailer. Just like how we haven't seen Sycamore. I mean, you can see Sycamore's lab. His lab is in the trailer. Yeah, I saw a tweet like that today that was like, I want to actually control a Pokemon. Surely the synchro mechanic must be... I hope they repurpose that for something. Marcus Damon. I would love to go around punching Pokemon like Marcus. Yeah, how is the Pokédex gonna work? Are they gonna continue the research angle that they had in PLA, or is it gonna be completely different? I still stand by my theory that I stole from someone else. My theory that I saw somebody say on Twitter. I think, we're gonna have a Uno reverse situation with Sycamore where we're gonna get Totodile, Chikorita, and Tepig. And then we're gonna meet up with Professor Sycamore later, and he's gonna give us one of the Kalos starters, and they're gonna Mega Evolve. So just like X and Y, instead of Sycamore giving you the Kanto starters, he's gonna give you a Kalos starter. So you could have double starters on your team. You could have like Totodile and Fennekin. Or you could have Tepig and Froakie. Because we have not seen the Gen 6 starters. We have not seen them. They gotta be around somewhere. I don't know what they could do with if Emboar got a Mega Evolution. What type would you make it? That's a good question. People seem to be predicting Fairy for Meganium. I've kind of seen every type prediction for Feraligatr. Why are you up so late? Not all megas change types. That's true. Cobalion. Cobalion. Yeah, the Sceptile became part dragon. And then Blaziken. I don't know. Who knows? I really wish they had teased at least one new Mega Evolution. They really didn't show us anything. They just showed us the old boys that they're back in town. Decidueye and Samurott became quite Japanese in Hisui. Well, yeah. Sinnoh is Japan. How do I feel about 2 Johto starters? I have no problem with it. In fact, I think it's funny that not a single soul on the planet accurately predicted the starters. See, I like when Game Freak does unpredictable things. I like when they have some surprises that nobody predicted. I mean, Cyndaquil was just in PLA, chat. Cyndaquil got its time to shine. It was just, we just had it. It got a Hisui form and everything. Well, Typhlosion did. Again, it's been really weird watching people be like, what about Cyndaquil? It's like, what do you mean, but what about Cyndaquil? Did you not play PLA? What is going on? $1K for Noibat? My condolences. Anytime you get to 1K plus eggs for a Masuda hunt, it's so soul-crushing. I mean, I kind of would like Embor's Mega to change. Because firefighting bores me. Make Embor a little bit unique. Change it up from that. Yeah, Embor, Tepig's line shinies is great. Also 1800. Rage bait. Yeah, a lot of the Chikorita posts I've seen are legitimately rage bait. Chikorita? I wanted Poplio. I wanted Incineroar. Yeah, I mean, I said this the other day. I would have been fine with any starters. People being so weird over starters is... It's like, it really doesn't matter. Like, chill out. I mean, old souls will remember when Gen 7 first came out, people hated on Poplio. You want something new? Yeah, I mean, if they changed up the starter typings, I would be fine with that. I don't think they ever will, though. Yeah, I was talking to Tyler about this earlier. One thing I've noticed, you know, streaming Pokemon content and people come in here, all the people that are like, I got a shiny male Poplio. Kill it with fire. My Chikorita isn't female. How could this be? My shiny Pokemon's gender is very important. If it's a girly Pokemon, it has to be a girl. Okay. Sure. Alright. I've noticed that a lot. Any sort of Pokemon like that, like, it's gotta be a female. Good night, Gerald. Have a good one. Alright, chat. Ads are coming up, but we're just gonna park here, and I'm gonna go get some water. I will be right back. The lovely Tapu Bulu will be here instead. Everyone's favorite Pokemon. I like Tapu Bulu too, I was just joking. I like every Tapu, actually. Lele's my favorite. Great shinies, too. If only Tapu Koko would like to show up in Dynamax Adventures. And then I would have all four. If we ever get a Legends Sun and Moon game, are they gonna add another Tapu? Is there suddenly gonna be like a new island and there's gonna be another Tapu? Are we just gonna get add-ons to legendary groups forever? New Reggie. New Genie. New this. New that. New Lake Guardian. Yeah, I mean, there's not many Pokemon I truly don't like either. What's up, Senti? Scorch is one of those Pokemon that I love, but in real life would terrify me. Scorch, I would not want to be anywhere near this Pokemon if it was real. I mean, it could be worse. Its legs could be longer. Then it would be even worse. Yeah, I mean, most Pokemon would be very scary in real life. I mean, just go watch Detective Pikachu, the movie. A new Kanto bird would be so sacrilege. That would make me so upset. We got Galarian forms for the birds. No more. It'd be like adding a new legendary beast. Hopefully the paradoxes are where that ends. Well, how would you... It would have to incorporate Quattro into the name. Uno, dos, tres, Quattro. Mew 3, I just think of as essentially Mewtwo Y. To me, Mewtwo Y is Mew 3. Which is unfortunate. Which is a little bit unfortunate, but oh well. What can you do? Man, I hope it's another 100 years before we have any more than, like, 2 evolutions. Mewtwo Z. I feel like they could do Charizard Z, but I don't know if they'd hit Mewtwo. I mean, I don't really care for Mewtwo X and Y, so maybe they could try again. Yeah, Cacturne, honestly, I agree. You're done seeing Charizard at this point? I feel that way about Eevee and all the evolutions. Again, really funny that people will complain about certain Pokemon and then be like, I want 100 more Eevees! I just want the whole game to be Eevees! I mean, the Charizard stuff, I don't know. Charizard is just one of many Pokemon that are constantly shoved in your face. Like, think about Gardevoir, Lucario, Gengar. I mean, Gyarados is in, like, every Pokemon game. Nobody ever takes shots at Gyarados. Psyduck is in almost every Pokemon game. Snorlax always makes its way back. There's a lot from Gen 1 that are just always in your face. Lucario, I think I already said Lucario, but... Yeah, like, I love Gyarados. Don't get me wrong. I like a lot of these Pokemon, honestly. But it can sit out once or twice, you know? Like, I don't need to have Magikarp in every game. Like, it's fine. It can take a break every once in a while. And yet, Gyarados is in every game, Gengar is in every game. (1818), by the way. Yeah, where is my boy Firo? I mean, we haven't even seen, like, Pidgeot and Beedrill lately. Yeah, I mean, we know Patrat and Watchog are coming back, so we can knock those off the Gen 5 list. But yes, the Elemental Monkeys. Yeah, we have not seen Rattata in a while either. That is also true. And we have not seen Alolan Rattata or Raticate either. I need to shiny hunt Alolan Rattata, Alolan Raticate, and Raticate. I think I have shiny Rattata. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully we'll see Beedrill soon. And Pidgeot. Pidgeot will also be there. Mega Furo when? Beedrill has a Mega Evolution. I wonder if they'll alter any of the Mega Evolution stats. Geodude needs to be put on the sideline. Honestly, agree. There's a good handful of Gen 4 Pokemon that have been in back-to-back-to-back Switch games, too, that are like, oh, maybe I've seen enough of you. I feel like they have to have abilities. Like, again, what is Mega Kangaskhan without its ability? It's just Kangaskhan. I think the Mega Evolutions will still have abilities. Gen 1 and Gen 2 need to take a rest. That's a funny way of saying Gen 4. Yeah, maybe the Megas will have abilities. Another game with Starly! Yeah, it's so sad they didn't bring Nincada back because of Terra. Is Sedinja gonna be banned in Pokemon Champions? How do you deal with terastallizing in how do you deal with terastallizing with Sedinja roaming around? You just hate Gen 2? Oh, sorry about your dog shit taste. Did I talk about General Chungus? No, Tyler, I did not talk about General Chungus. Hey, chat, did you know that there's a piglin in the Minecraft movie named General Chungus? Not falling for that bait, Cacturn. I hate the gen that gave us the most content in any Pokemon game ever. Oh, drat. Fam, Gen 2 has the weakest regional dex of all time. God-awful pacing in story. Story? That's such god-awful criticism, I don't even know what to say. What do you mean the story, dude? The story in Gen 1 could really use some work. We didn't even start getting, like, real stories until, like, Gen 5. A glorified boss rush. You love Gen 7, don't you? Team Aqua wanted to flood the earth. Yeah, great story in Gen 3, dude. Archie and Maxie are actually the deepest Pokemon characters that have ever been put to screen. Let's not pretend that Gen 3 has some deep story, dude. The Pokemon stories in like Gen 1, 2, 3, and 4 are all so basic. They didn't start prioritizing story until later. And that's fine. Like, the games were made over how many years ago? What kind of complex stories did people want out of the early gens? Yeah, I'm here to catch Pokemon, dog. Not sit through 1,000 cutscenes and dialogue of characters that are so one-dimensional. They're just so boring. Yeah, I mean, don't tell the people on Twitter who are accusing people saying Cynthia doesn't have a personality of being misogynist, but... Yeah, I mean, most Pokemon characters are very one-dimensional. Cynthia really isn't that interesting. It always gets me when people talk about Gen 2's pacing. As if almost every Pokemon game, except for some of the story games like Gen 7 that have very slow pacing. Like, it's the same for almost every game. You have a few routes, you go to the gym, you move on. That's exactly how Gen 3 works, too. Like, most generations of Pokemon are very similar in that regard, and again, until they started getting into story stuff in the later games like Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield. I mean, story stuff with this game is generous. Calling that a story is generous. Yeah, I mean, every gen has areas that are slogs. Gen 1 has a lot of annoying caves. Gen 2 has some of the rocket stuff. Yeah, the galactic stuff. Mount Coronet is so dog shit. Who cares about Gligar, Murkrow, Yanma, Piloswine, Mischievous, Aipom until they got evolutions? I did. Those are all great Pokemon. Who has beef with Murkrow, dog? Like... And a lot of those Gen 4 evolutions are shit. Yeah, Rhyperior is so trash. They were so weak. I mean, most Pokemon are weak. That's such an awful way to have a view of this franchise. Like 75% of all Pokemon are, quote, weak. I only like Pokemon if they're a dragon with 600 base stats and are really tough and cool. That's how you sound. That's what a lot of the Chikorita people sound like too online. It's so dog shit. If you can't use a starter in a casual playthrough of a game, it is a skill issue. And again, so many of these people turn around and watch Nuzlocke and stuff, and it's like, you think you would appreciate the challenge of using crappy Pokemon. I only like Pokemon if they're cool dragons, dude. They gotta be cool dragons. I have no whimsy in my heart. I mean, Gen 2 also has, like, Tyranitar, and Houndoom, and Scizor, Umbreon, Espeon. Yeah, I like yeah, Mamoswine's never been my favorite. Again, a lot of the 4th gen evolutions, I'm like, okay. Like, you want to talk about bad? Almost all those evolutions are trash. Murkrow is actually a more competitive Pokemon because of Eviolite. Nobody's using Honchkrow. Nobody's bringing Tangrowth. Mamoswine. Nobody's bringing Licky Licky's ass. Like, there's weak Pokemon in every gen. You love Wormadam, Burmy, Mothim, Unpheasant. Like, you could just say that about every gen. Well, yeah, it has Prankster, but Eviolite also gives it the bulk to survive and stay on the field because of that. Yeah, Electivire and Magmortar are just downgrades. Electabuzz is one of the coolest Pokemon of all time. Sorry, Tyler. Sorry, Magmortar fans. I mean, Magmortar's fine. Yeah, Dusknoir Shiny is so bad. I mean, they've ruined Duskull and Dusknoir, or Duskull and Dusclops' shinies too. They used to be so red and now they're like washed out. Useless baby Pokemon no one asked for. You just have awful taste, man. Baby Pokemon are so much fun. It also introduced egg hatching. Gen 2 introduced shinies. The baby Pokemon are all fun. Who the hell hates Pichu? Again, I only like Pokemon if they're really cool and dragons and strong. Elementary school mentality. Who hates Elekid, man? Or Magby? And there's babies in other gens, like Toxel. Gen 4 has lots of babies. Where's the hate for that gen? That has Mantike. That gen has worse babies than Gen 2. Penny is trash. Penny is trash. I can't think of any besides Riolu, Munchlax, Mantike, but I don't think Mantike is a baby Pokemon. Arguing with casuals right now. Wow, all the Hepini haters are coming out right now. Also, Why Not from Gen 3. Let's not forget Why Not. A lot of people forget Why Not. Don't forget Why Not. What's up, Midnight? Chansey is the only member of the line with a good shiny. I mean, yeah. Poor Blissey. Blissey could have had a good one, but it doesn't. Gen 4 has Badoo, Chingling, Bonsly, Mime Jr., Hepini, Munchlax, Riolu, Mantike. Oh yeah, Azurill too, from Gen 3. Azurill and Why Not. And then our latest and only baby has been Toxel. Riolu's the best baby. Back during Gen 2, when they first introduced eggs, all the baby eggs had unique designs on them. Like Pichu's egg was a yellow egg with black stripes on it. I miss when eggs had unique designs like that. I mean, even if they did it by type, like fire Pokemon eggs would have like flames on them, that would be fun. Yeah, I think Magby has the best shiny out of the Boober line. Yeah, you know, why did they give Magmortar such big lips? That's a good point. Magmortar's big, luscious lips. I mean, if you want to talk about gens with a lot of shit doo-doo garbage competitive Pokemon, turn to Gen 5. That is a humongous Pokedex with a lot of Pokemon that are terrible. But they gave Audino a Mega, so, you know. I can't take my Behem into VGC and win. How could this be? It's like pot kettle black. Yeah, Gen 7 has a lot of stinkers too. Again, Gen 7 is the gen of slow Pokemon. So many Pokemon from Alola are very, very slow. Like Vikavolt. Yeah, Incineroar probably is the most dominant Gen 7 Pokemon. I know, casting stones from a glass house. Look, I was joking about Audino. I like Audino. I like Audino a lot. Vikavolt is cool, unlike frickin' Delibird. Delibird is a funny Santa bird who throws presents. I don't think they designed it to be a competitive god. It's just a fun, whimsical Santa Pokemon. You prefer Unpheasant? I like my favorite bird Pokemon, Tranquil. Nothing is more exciting than Tranquil. Delibird is the real Saint Nick. I wish we had more holiday Pokemon, actually. More Christmas Pokemon, more Halloween Pokemon. I love that. Nobody's using Delibird because it's strong. He's just a fun guy. He delivers presents. He was a tax collector after Team Rocket. Yeah, Gourgeist is... I love Pumpkaboo. Oh my god. Hope nobody heard that. Jeez, something just fell. I mean, I'd love to see Trevenant or Gourgeist. Didn't hear nothing. It was actually a horrible scratching noise from a cat trying to get into my room. It made my ears hurt. I did, Tyler, I did. I am the one who knocks. I mean, if I wanted a bland bird Pokemon, I could indeed look towards Gen 9. There's several of them. Ursula is bad, WTF is Dunsparce, Shuckle is a meme, Delibird was mentioned, Ariados is just bad. Who has beef with Dunsparce? telling you, dude. This dog shit take o'clock right now. Mewtwo is actually a bad design. Corsola is coral. We have several Pokemon that are like Corsola in every generation of Pokemon. Yeah, Cursola's cool too. Neat regional. I just need consistency, man. That's the thing when people come in here and say, this Pokemon is dog shit. And then they turn it around and they're like, well, the generation I grew up with is actually perfect. And every Pokemon in it is perfect. The gen I grew up with, good. Your gen, bad. I think it is raining again. So many people come in here and are like, well, this Pokemon is dog shit trash. Yeah, I don't like any Pokemon unless they're from Gen 5. Step off my boy Cryogonal right this instance. Like, it's not I don't know. It's not serious. $18.69. Also, Dunsparce is a Tsuchinoko. Love my boy Dunsparce. Gen 2 haters, they just always have to tell you about it. They always have to get in your face about it. It'd be like, oh, Gen 2? How do you know if someone hates Gen 2? Don't worry, they'll tell you. Nobody's aggressive, dog. We're just chatting. If people post bad takes, I'm allowed to argue with said bad takes. Especially since I still think I'm right. Like, you just don't like fun, whimsical Pokemon. You just like them if they're cool. Which, you do you, man. I'm not here to change anybody's minds or opinions. I mean, honestly, Gen 2 haters, I don't know if they can be my friends. It's such a great generation of Pokemon that suddenly every Zoomer on the planet has turned around and be like, no, actually, the story is terrible. Like, what are we talking about? Especially when the later game stories are so much worse. You like Orthworm. I mean, Orthworm is great, but that's like one Pokemon. Yeah, I guess Gen 5 was the gen a lot of people were hating. It's like, it's either Gen 1, Gen 2, or 5. Oh my god. Stop! You can leave if you're not gonna behave. And he comes over and wants a pet. Okay. No, don't throw a Pokeball at it. You're throwing off my groove, Jackson. Oh, son of a bitch. Don't attack Todd. Yeah, I'm streaming on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's pros and cons to every generation. That's just the way it is. Jaxon. Twitch chat is supposed to be an unhinged one. It is always YouTube. You have that backwards. It is always YouTube. Yeah, I mean, Heart Gold, Soul Silver were great. We used to get remakes where people would put effort in, and now we get BDSP. It's sad. This is, see, to come back to Gen 5, I don't get why so many people want Gen 5 remakes. It's like, you saw the last remake we got. Why do you want that for 5? Especially since they would leave out so much of Black and White 2, which has so many great moments and places and characters and story bits. Like, I guess a remake would make it accessible to people who never played Gen 5. But still. Like, I want them to do something... You know, I don't want another BDSP. Because BDSP paid no respect to Platinum. None. And it's like, they just went with the worst version. Yeah, they would absolutely leave out Black and White 2 stuff, and that's sad. The start of Black and White 2 is one of my favorite starts to any Pokemon game. It's so nice. Just like the ending of Black and White is my favorite ending of any Pokemon game. Well, besides when you go and fight Red in Gen 2. If anything, I would like Black and White 3. I mean, Ilka seems to be busy with their new project, Champions, so... And I want to see them expand on, like, Kiram and learn about the ancient dragon. We would not be able to learn about any of that if it was just a bog standard one-to-one remake. It is such a shame that they never brought Hilda back for Black and White 2. My goat, she's gone. This is why I'm very, very hopeful, and this is probably a lot of cope. That Serena and Callum will be in PLZA. The original dragon's gonna be the super boss of Pokemon Legends Kyurem. Yeah, I saw a post today speculating about the art of Archie, Maxie, and, oh my god, what is his name? Alder. I wanted to say Lysander, I was like, that's not right. Alder. There's the old style portraits of them. So people were speculating Gen 3. But I think that's kind of a stretch. Yeah, I'd love to see Callum and Serena come back. I don't know why they don't do that. Like, again, that was what made Gen 2 so great. Growing up, playing through Red, Blue, and Yellow, and then you play through Gen 2, you go through Johto, and then it's like, oh my god, another cake. And then you get to the end and you fight Red, and it's like, wow, this is the coolest boss fight of all time. And then in Heart Gold Soul Silver, they changed Mount Silver to where you fight him on the mountaintop. Gen 3 remakes confirmed? I don't think you'll like what I would have to say, chat. I think if we went in for another Legends, it would be Gen 1. Yeah, that's how you I always interpreted that it was a giant cavern. Here, Midnight, I could post a picture. Here's a picture of him that I took literally today of him being very sleepy. He looks like he just came out of surgery. See, I always pictured the fight with Red and Gold Silver Crystal in like a giant cavern. Like it's like a black void below. I think it's been too long since Gen 1 has gotten any attention. I think they would go back and do Kanto. Is Cobalion shiny even worth it? You know, that's a good question. That's a good question, actually. Pokemon Legends Mewtwo. Yeah, but Let's Go are not traditional Pokemon games. Also, they came out a long time ago. Why didn't they bring the Sevi Islands back? Yeah, it's been has it been 7 years? Why do people hate Jinx so much? I don't get it. People in YouTube chat always hate Jinx. I mean, Jinx is such a Gen 1. It's like Mr. Mime. They're just such Gen 1 Pokemon. They're such early Gen 1 Pokemon. I think they're fun. Gen 1 ass, Gen 1 Pokemon. We have, but yeah, as I was saying, we haven't gotten a Kanto game with like usual regular mechanics in the special physical split. Yeah, Jinx rules. Agree. GBA video cartridges of the Pokemon anime. We talked about that a while ago. Those were so classic. I had the one with the episode with Ash versus... What was his name? Harrison? Is that the name of the guy that had the Blaziken? I think that's the episode I had as a kid. You had the same one? That's funny. Yeah, if you've never played Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I guess it depends on how much you can stomach motion controls. Because it is a motion control only game. You cannot play it with a controller. It is essentially Pokemon Go kind of ported into a full-blown video game. It looks great. I think Let's Go visually looks great. Honestly, I could see an argument for it being the best looking Pokemon game on the Switch, but the stripped down motion controls of it all just are very unfortunate. There's also like no post game. There's no Sevi Islands. Like, their idea of post game in Let's Go is a bunch of trainers scattered around the map that have like a level 89 Metapod. And you're supposed to like bring your own level 89 Metapod and have a fight. That was their idea of post-game. And there's no Safari Zone, which anytime they take the Safari Zone away, L. See, that's one of my actual criticisms of Gen 2, at least Gold, Silver, Crystal. The Safari Zone came back in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Don't take the Safari Zone away. Don't. Leave it. Do not take it away. Yeah, you can fight Green, who randomly shows up. That's pretty much it. If you can get Let's Go for a bargain, if you can get it like on sale or used, it's worth playing through, seeing if you like it. Yeah, the bug catching contest is so great. Except for when you'd lose. You caught a level 14 Scyther and you'd lose. Yeah, I played Let's Go a few weeks ago. Oh, 1900, by the way. Completing the decks for Meltan, and I saw Green in Cerulean City, and I was like, oh, what's she doing here? And then she challenged me to a match, and I was there for like 15 minutes. Whoops. Charcadet's not showing up for ya. The Charcadet Outbreak I got when I first shiny hunted it was so good. That really makes all the difference with Outbreak hunting in Scarlet Violet. If you have a great Outbreak, you're in for a great time. If you have a bad Outbreak or you're near mountains where they're clipping through, spawning in the mountains, you're in for a bad time. You had 2 shiny Lapras show up as soon as you walked over to it. Nice. How many eggs did the Sprig line take you, Justin? I'm curious if you kept track. How many? You still don't have it? That's so brutal. The first Masuda hunt I went over 1K with was Galarian Yamask. I still side-eye that Pokemon to this day because of that. Also, its goofy evolution method. You got all 3 under 1K? Dang. Lucky, lucky. I prefer Cofagrigus. Cofagrigus is one of the coolest Pokemon ever, honestly. I wish they had waited to do a form for Yamask and Cofagrigus for an Egyptian region. They gave it like a super Egyptian makeover. Extreme Egypt makeover edition. I should probably heal Todd, by the way, from my blunder when I threw a Pokeball at it. There, I used some of my super potions up. Maybe you could give, like, make it actually have, like, a vaguely pharaoh-looking face. I don't know. I'm sure there's some neat fake Mon designs out there for it. Same thing with Lucario. They gotta bring those two back for an Egypt region. Yeah, Goldenrod is a great city. Again, Pokemon makes some really good cities. They really do. Celadon, Vermilion, Goldenrod. Even fun ones in Gen 3 like Fortree. Great stuff. Black and white cities. The Pacific Log. Good night, Juan. Have a good one. Oh yeah, where Roxy's gym is. I love Roxy. I wish they'd bring her back. She's one of my favorite gym leaders. Pharaoh Man. You know, Pharaoh Man and Kofagrigus probably would be pals. Also, ad warning. Ads are about to come up, but we're just gonna park in, camp, so no one's gonna miss anything. Yeah, Blackthorn is fun with Dragon's Den. Yeah, Roxy had lyrics in her song, but Pierce couldn't. We had to withdraw a cutscene of him singing nothing and hearing his shoes squeak on the floor. See, that's like, again, in the early games, you fight bad guy team, and that's just about it. They're not deep. They obviously were not invested in writing stories. But then you play some of the modern games where they clearly do care about the stories, and they're terrible. Like in Sword and Shield. Like, I'll take Team Rocket. I'll take it, like, almost anybody, except for maybe Lysander. Over Chairman Rose. Yeah, Driftveil is iconic. That might be one of the most iconic pieces of music in any Pokemon game. People don't give Pokemon music enough credit. They really don't. Yeah, see, when the big game companies falter, the fans will always pick up the slack. Like I think it was the same team who just decompiled Unleashed, just did Heroes. They did Sonic Heroes. It's like, only been waiting for Sega to re-release Sonic Heroes for how long? Fans do what Sega don't. Yeah, you know, I did not care for a lot of the Gen 5 remixes in Scarlet Violet. I think a lot of the music in Blueberry is kind of bad. I don't think they did any of the Gen 5 songs any real justice. And it's funny, too, because this is like them being like, oh, this is the only Gen 5 you guys are gonna get for a long time. And then they put out those lackluster remixes. Fellas. Fellas, why? Like, Kitakami definitely has a nicer overworld theme and more consistently nice music, I think. The Toothless Dance song. The Toothless Dance song has been detrimental. Every time I've used the Driftveil song last year, I got copyright claimed for it. Because the Toothless song blew it up And so bad actors on YouTube claimed it as if they're Nintendo owning the song. Yeah, all the Mochi, like, Pecha theme, Ogre Pawn's theme, all that stuff is great. I can't even think about Terapagos' theme right now. What happened, dude? What happened between the DLCs? I mean, I feel like Blueberry has, you know, overall maybe a bit more content. You know what? I don't know. I did not care for the way Blueberry wrapped up with all the Terapagos stuff. I felt like they just kind of rushed through it. But then again, I don't like Terapagos. I think it's a really forgettable, bland Pokemon. Just a little turtle. Ogerpon has so much more personality and is so much more fun. They said PLZA looks like a glorified Blueberry concept, but instead of a dome, it's a city. Yeah, there's definitely similarities there, for sure. Hates every Gen 2 Pokemon, but likes bland Terapagos. Alright, man. I mean, even Calyrex had personality. Terapagos has none. It's just a turtle. It's just a plot device to anger Kieran. It's not even a character, it's just a plot device. I completely disagree with that, Justin. I don't think it has any personality. It's fine if you think it's cute, but I don't think that means it has personality. It's just a little guy. I mean, honestly, I don't like its Terraform either. And I don't enjoy watching people play with it either. Every time I watch VGC and somebody has Terapagos, I'm like, oh, I hope they lose. Koraidon, Miraidon, literally any other legendary, I'm like, alright, let's do it. And Terapagos is like, oh no, we're gonna sit here for 500 years. And I think Ogerpon's mask changing is more interesting. I just think Ogerpon is way cooler. I mean, Ogerpon is a bit of a plot device too, but at least I think she has some personality. Yeah, it's essentially a nothing burger. Yeah, every time somebody uses a Groudon or Kyogre team, it's always like, wow, this person is brave. If I got up on VGC stage and then missed like 4 Precipice Blades, I would cry. Kyogre goes for Origin Pulse. It misses. Yeah, it's fun when Pokemon are actually written to be characters and not just animals that go goo-goo. Because that's what Terapagos is. And again, Calyrex had some character to it as well. I think the horses were kind of boring, although I do like those Pokemon, but Calyrex had a few jokes. He had a few jokey jokes. Yeah, I mean, Kyogre and Groudon are always gonna be around the competitive scene. They're just that good. Weather is so good. Sun teams, rain teams. Like, anytime Kyogre and Groudon are in the game, they're probably gonna be somewhere around in the meta. And then there's Rayquaza. I mean, somebody did bring a Rayquaza and they made it to day 2 in EUIC, so shout out to that person. That's respectable. It's fun when people try to make again, they design all the new legendaries to be super soldiers, and then all the old legendaries are like, I have pressure? Oh, this guy's got pressure. Everybody watch out. Yeah, T-Tar is usually the face of sand teams. And then what would be the face? Who would be the face of hail/snow? Articuno? I wish the Reggies were better Pokemon, chat. I would love to see somebody bring Regirock. Like, they designed Regieleki and Drago to be strong, but then the old Reggies are like, help. And don't even get me started on Regigigas. Yeah, Abomasnow. Oh yeah, Alolan Ninetales, you're right, you're right. I forgot about Alolan Ninetales. I hope we get some more competitive, good ice Pokemon. I mean, Baxcalibur was pretty good. Baxcalibur is one of my favorite controversial Pokemon. People either love it or they hate it. There's no in between. Baxi. Yeah, Drago and Alecki have both been... You're the one in betweener for Baxi. I mean, I'm kind of conflicted. I like the design. I think it's fun. But I'm very sad that we got yet another pseudo that's a dragon. I desperately need the variety. Please. Please give me, like, a fire pseudo or fairy. Or give us 2. Like, the last time we got a non-dragon was all the way back in Gen 3. Like, some fans of the franchise are weren't even alive. Back when Metagross came out. Like, it's been that long. Travesty design like Goodra. Goodra's biggest travesty is its stats. Goodra's like the worst pseudo stat-wise, and it's like not even close. Oh yeah, Justin, Vancouver Regionals. I'll tune in. Yeah, Metagross rules. Metagross and Salamence were such a good duo. I'd be totally down for 2 pseudos. Like, why have they just been every generation? It's just been dragon, 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 dragon. Like, can we have a little bit of variety? A little bit of variety. Dragon D's nuts. Surskit is great. I really like Goomy. I like Goomy far more than I like Slagoo and Goodra. I think Goomy is a funky little lad. Also, I really like that swamp area in X and Y where you first encounter Goomy. That's one of my favorite areas. I hope PLZA has some variety in how the locations feel. I hope all the wild areas aren't just grassy, open areas. I really like that route when you start to see all the delinquent characters too, where you can first encounter Klefki. It's kind of golden. Yeah, I really wonder how bigger Pokemon are gonna feel in the wild areas. Like, they really just showed little guys. What about the big Chunguses? Yeah, Onyx did look like a tiny baby. What have they done to Onyx? That Onyx, I noticed that right away in the trailer. It's like, why was Onyx so small? Who did this? Steelix is awesome. Don't do this to Onyx. Talk about a Pokemon that could use... Fun fact about Onyx, I'm sure most of you know this, but if you didn't, Onyx has the same attack stat as Wurmple. Oh, it's so tragic. They've never tweaked Onyx ever since Gen 1. I just... Why? Somebody help Onyx. Yeah, you know it's bad when basic bug Pokemon have more attack than Onyx. Why would they design it like that? I'm surprised you didn't say Crystal Onyx. People will never let Crystal Onyx go. Cloyster? Cloyster could get a cool Mega Evolution. Or Starmie. I think Starmie would be really fun. Starmie's great. $19.40. Yeah, I have the Scale World figures of Staryu and Starmie on top of my graphics card in my PC. Wouldn't mind them doing something with Dugong. There's just so many water types. There are so many water Pokemon. More fire types, please. Meatball head. I feel like Volcarona is plenty loved. I mean, it got 2 Paradox forms with Slitherwing and Moth. Slitherwing rules. I love Slitherwing. I need them to give that love to Frostmoth. Help Frostmoth, please. They need to give Frostmoth a form that's just absolutely busted. I want to see Frostmoth ascend to the heavens. Mega Venomoth. I like most of the moth Pokemon. They're all fun. Except for maybe Mothim. Yeah, I like Venomoth too. I think Venonat and Venomoth are great. You could turn Venomoth into some sort of like mega cryptid. Yeah, literally Mothman. Turn it into Mothman. I still remember the Jungle Venomoth card that I had as a kid. Yeah, I honestly prefer Wormadam. Because at least Wormadam is unique. I don't know what Beedrill Butterfree chat Venomoth making me think of the Gen 1 Poke Rap. Charmeleon! Wartortle! Mewtwo! Tentacle! Aerodactyl! Ammonite! Slowpoke. And then he goes Pidgeot. My favorite Pokemon, Pidgeot. That's all, folks. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon. But if you ever want to see a Poke Rap with some of the most egregious Pokemon name pronunciations you've ever heard, go watch the Gen 3 Poke Rap on YouTube. You will not believe the way they say some of those names. Aggron. Kyogre. Yes, my favorite legendary Pokemon, Kyogre and Groudon. How did that even get approved, man? Aggron. I kind of wanted to do another Masuda hunt. I don't know who I would do. I wish there were more shinies that were like St. Patrick's Day. Maybe I could just find a green shiny that I don't have. Sometimes the best projects are the ones when nobody stops them from making the wackiest thing you've ever seen. None of the execs give a shit and they can just make whatever they want. When I hit 2K for Cobalion, I am stopping. I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. I kind of miss Dynamax Adventures. I kind of miss Dynamax Adventures. So either a Dynamax stream or... I mean, Skeledirge comes out tomorrow. Maybe I should do more duo streams where we start in, like, Scarlet and then swap to something else. Maybe get the Skeledirge raid and then swap over to Dynamax. I mean, I wouldn't blame anybody for not touching Scarlet and Violet. There's, you know, outside of the occasional Outbreak event, and if you're not like a VGC player, why would you? That's why I miss stuff like the Battle Frontier. Like the Emerald Battle Frontier, or even the Battle Frontier from Platinum are just so great. A really fun, unique themed area with tons of different challenges. Computer Warrior Porygon. That always makes me think of Toot Toot Sonic Warrior. Toot Toot Sonic Warrior. The Platinum Battle Frontier, the song When You Fight Against Palmer, Barry's dad, is one of the series' best songs, and nobody ever talks about it. If you've never heard the theme of When You Fight Palmer, the Frontier Brain, it is such a fun song. It is one of Pokemon's most overlooked songs. It's great. All the Battle Frontier like brain designs were so fun. Like Lucy, I love her. Tucker, who could forget Tucker? I would always go to the Seviper. I would always go try to fight Lucy. She was my favorite. I mean, again, a lot of people who are super into Pokemon Nuzlocke, I guess they don't know. Like, those challenges, especially Gen 3's Battle Frontier, are very hard. If you're looking for a challenge in a Pokemon game, may I point you towards the Battle Frontier in Pokemon Emerald. It is brutal. Lucy fell for Brock in the anime. Ugh, she could do better. Or if you want a challenging Pokemon game, go play Pokemon Coliseum. The final gauntlet you fight in Coliseum is honestly pretty challenging. It's always funny when Pokemon characters are programmed with actual, like, team mechanics and logic. Like Slowking, Slacking, Truant, Skill Swap is just wild. You're going through the game going la la la. And then all of a sudden you're fighting somebody's well-crafted team. It's like, oh. Also, shout out to Gale of Darkness. The post-game of Gale of Darkness is insane. I played through all of Gale of Darkness last year. It's that whole playthrough is up on YouTube if you want to see it. And I delved into the post-game a little bit, and some of those movesets were so evil. Toxic Stall, Attract Toxic Stall, Non-Stop Confusion, Sleep, Explosion Mechanics. And Pokemon Stadium has a few, especially Stadium 2. I've always talked about the Rocket Bridge. If you play through Pokemon Stadium 2 and you go through the Gym Leader Challenge, there's several Rocket Grunts and they all have themes. Again, Toxic Stall, Self-Destruct. And then there's Nick. Nick is the trainer before you fight Chuck, the Gen 2 gym leader. And Nick's gimmick is that all of his Pokemon have a one-hit KO move. So you have to just pray that you make it through, that you don't get guillotined or horn drilled. I've watched people do speedruns of Stadium and it's rough. Yeah, Stealth Rock used to be so prevalent, you rarely see it anymore, at least in VGC. Yeah, I mean, you're both the same level, so all the one-hit KO moves can hit. And if he rolls lucky, you can just lose. Especially if you're doing a challenge like a randomizer. Randomizers in Pokemon Stadium are brutal. Legitimately one of the hardest challenges you could do in a Pokemon game. Because just like Dynamax Adventures, a lot of the rentals in Stadium are awful. In fact, a lot of the rentals are even worse. Imagine like Wailmer from Dynamax Adventures, but 90% of the Pokemon are Wailmer. Yeah, Stealth Rock absolutely was terrible against Pokemon like Charizard. Yeah, Heavy Duty Boots was a neat item. Yeah, Tyranitar's only... I think it's its only move, or it either has that or another move that's awful. It only has access to Bite. And Dragonite, I think, only has, like, Slam. Why they gotta do Dragonite like that? Slam, I cannot believe Slam has persisted through every gen, and they just haven't made a decision to just cut it. Why is the move Slam still around? It has been power crept out of existence. Get rid of it. They'll get rid of Return and Frustration, but keep Slam? Make it make sense, chat, because I don't get it. I mean, I get what they were going for in Stadium. They didn't just want you to use all the strongest Pokemon. I mean, it is fun to use some of the middle evolutions. But they were maybe a little too rough on some of the final evolution movesets. Oh, you got the shiny charm? Nice. Congrats. Seismitoad, yeah. Again, that's the case with the middle evolution is much better. Palpitoad in DA is great. I mean, Seismitoad can have some utility, but I would almost always rather get Palpitoad than Seismitoad. Yeah, Tackle, Pound, Scratch. All the same. Yeah, some of the Dynamax Pokemon not having any stab is really unfort. One of these days I'm gonna do a tier list for all the Dynamax rentals. I have thoughts. You did the Gen Pokemon thing? Oh, nice. It's so much easier that way. Instead of having to find somebody to trade for version exclusive or legendary. Yeah, giving attackers special, yeah, exactly, and vice versa. There's so many water Pokemon in Dynamax Adventures that are just terrible. Wailmer, Seadra, Golduck. And especially now with my specific pool of Pokemon left, they're all terrible. None of those water types are gonna help. There's no use against all the dragons I have left, or even like the psychic Pokemon. They're just dead weight. Yeah, play rough Hatterene. Grimmsnarl's moveset is also pretty wacky. Yeah, Body Slam essentially is just slam, but not terrible. You even have the chance of paralysis, too. At least a Selgor is great. Every time a Selgor shows up, I'm like, let's go. Acid Spray is so good. And then there's the group of Dynamax Pokemon that are absolutely awful in the hands of NPCs, like Dedenne and Araquanid that have entrainment. Any Pokemon that has Endure, any Pokemon that has Substitute or Weather, the NPCs will go for Weather no matter if it's useful. And if you end up being very unlucky, you can have two NPCs doing a Weather War on your own team. Yeah, Swagger can be really nasty with NPCs. And as we saw yesterday, man, I'm not over that god-awful Dynamax round where we literally lost the first one because the NPC took Chansey. And then the other NPC took Pyukumuku. Yeah, Cherrim is awful. Because a lot of times the NPCs will just decide, I don't feel like attacking. I'm just gonna sit here and use a support move the entire round. I mean, putting Pyukumuku in is so bad. Like, I love Pyukumuku. Great little guy. Big fan. But, I mean, it's kind of like putting Wobbuffet in the game. Now, there's a few good Gen 7 Pokemon in Dynamax Adventures. Ribombee, Palossand. Palossand is always there when we need him. Palossand was on the winning team and I got Shiny Xurkitree. Yeah, too bad it's Frostmoth and not Snom. Otherwise, we'd have the whole Bean Squad present. Pincurchin and Pyukumuku. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Pyukumuku's ability is just another word for aftermath. I wish they made it a bit more explosive. Literally. I literally wish that it would, like, explode. Because Innards Out is just essentially aftermath. Who do you think you are, Drifblim? You think you're Driftblim, bud? I'd like to see Mega Driftblim. Talk about a gen that I think could use some fun Mega Evolutions. Plenty of Pokemon in Gen 4. Mega Vespiquen would be cool. I saw a really fun, like, bee enemy design the other day. I was like, that's so sick. It reminded me of Tiger Vespamon from Digimon. Maybe they would turn it into like a full-blown blimp instead of an air balloon. I'm firing my laser. Now that is a true bona fide internet classic. I think you qualify for the senior discount, Jaded. A Zeppelin? Yeah, that would be really fun. Yeah, when you go into Kyogre or Zygarde fights and you don't have Wide Guard, not a fun time. I mean, even Pokemon like Palkia can bust out Surf. Or Latios. Legendaries having HM moves will never not weird me out. It's like, why do you have Surf? It's crazy to think that a lot of kids don't even have any memories of HMs. They don't know Cut. They don't know Surf. They don't know Waterfall. They're just another Pokemon move. Yeah, Surf is fun. In Pokemon Stadium, if you had a Pikachu that knew Surf, it would get on a surfboard and surf the wave. Which is great. Pikachu's a little surfer dude. Papa, what is rock climb? Papa, what is defog? Yeah, rock climb and defog are so bad, man. Defog is just the outdoor version of Flash. They should bring Surfing Pikachu back. We get Flying Pikachu a lot. I remember when they debuted Flying Pikachu in Pogo, and I hate that, like, I hate the way they designed Flying Pikachu in Pogo. It has like that weird technological ring around it instead of just a string of balloons. Hate, 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 hate. Mega hate. One of my favorite Pokemon pins that I have on my Pokemon pin board, I guess, is that one they came out with that has the Flying Pikachu on the top and then you flip it and Surfing Pikachu is on the bottom. It's like, that's so fun. Alright, chat. We're getting close to 2K. Unless Cobalion feels like being shiny in these next handful of resets. Jeez, am I really gonna beat Terrakion's record right out of the gate? I got Terrakion at 2145 for the record. And then Virizion has not been attempted yet. Verizon Wireless has not been attempted yet. These are not full odds. They are affected by the shiny charm. The Reggies, however, are full odds. I definitely don't think that was intentional. So the Swords of Justice, also 1993, nice. The Swords of Justice are affected and the Reggies are not. I've thought about the idea of like a intro to shiny hunting video and like some hunts I would recommend for people wanting to get into it. And I think the Swords of Justice would be a great one. They're affected by the charm. The hunts are really, like, resetting for them is really fast. You don't have to turn your console off. I think they're very beginner friendly. And Keldeo has been released shiny now, so you can have the whole set. Although you should have been able to shiny hunt Keldeo in this game, but anyway. They love putting mythicals in and then being like, we're gonna shiny lock this. Yeah, you could mark hunt, absolutely. Yeah, making the Pokemon have to be native born was such a nasty thorn in the side. It created a lot of work for me. And for most people, I assume. Like, it would have been one thing if, you know... Like, I already completed all these Pokédexes, and then I essentially have had to complete them all again. Yeah, it kind of does defeat the point of having a living dex. It's just like a tedious... Go play our games again, you guys. It's like, we already gave you the money for these games. I mean, like... I mean, maybe some people are going out and buying copies so they can get Manaphy or Keldeo, but... I can't imagine that's gonna really get them a ton of sales. Alright, 99. Y2K. Alright, Coba. Alright, Coba. If you had one shot. So I started at 1700 and it's been almost 3 hours. With a few breaks, give or take. There we go. Man, Cobalion, that stinks. You're stinky. Still not gonna make you buy Let's Go? Alright, Todd, get out of there. Stink Baleon. Also, if you do want to go after the Swords of Justice, I recommend starting with Terrakion. One thing you need to be careful about with Cobalion and then apparently Virizion is the weather. Especially if there's terrain activated, because that could shut down your spores or whatever you're using. So keep that in mind if you're ever gonna shiny hunt these Pokemon, chat. Maybe reset until you get clear weather. Or go with something simple like rain. Rain is not affecting anything. Terrakion, why is your brother betraying, man? You got any idea? What's going on? Man, Muna's shiny is... I love Muna. I love Muna! I said that like a statement. I'm here to say that I endorse Muna. And Shuckle. I don't know if I endorse Meltan. Well, Terrakion, your brother betrays. Your brother is a betrayer. I love Muna and I don't care who knows. I love Muna and I love it now. Yeah, I cannot endorse a Meltan that cannot evolve. I agree. This bozo can't even evolve. I don't endorse that. I cannot endorse that at all. Oh, here's shiny Kyurem, which, speaking of Kyurem, chat, I got a little sponsorship offer for a sponsored YouTube short. So if you want to watch me do a funny voice for Kyurem, there you go. Don't ask me what compelled me to use Kyurem for that, but I used my boy Kyurem to help me out. He was my co-salesman. Yeah, I might have to return back to Dynamax Adventures if I want any shinies, because Cobalion ain't being nice. Yeah, I mean, likes and comments always, they'll help any video. That is my voice that I pitch shifted for Kyurem. I mean, I guess I thought about Kyurem, because Kyurem eats people. Fun fact about Kyurem, if you didn't know, it, you know, kidnaps people from the mountains and eats them. I'm like, because Stakataka doesn't really have a mouth, you know. And Uxie doesn't seem like a big eater. Xurkitree also does not have a mouth. So, like, it had to be Kyurem. Yes, that is an actual lore thing. Kyurem, eats people. Terrifying. Very terrifying. I saw a theory once that I thought was fun. Kyurem eats people as a way to try to complete itself. I was like, oh, that's cool. Since, Zekrom and Reshiram were taken from it. You know who else kidnaps children? Gothorita. I feel like I need to, like, set the record straight. Drifloon is not the only child kidnapping Pokemon. I flew up. I experimented with a couple different voices for Kyurem, and I settled on that one. No, I don't think you have to buy the DLC again. I don't think you have to. I still can't get over this lineup of shinies. Dynamax Adventures has been popping off. Like my hiccups. Yeah, I feel like 2K is a good, good stopping point for Cobalion. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, let's get on the bicycle for a minute. Excuse me, Avalug. Excuse me, Avalug. There's Caracosta. SQ spawning in this game is weird. Tortuga. Oh yeah, Gardevoir is just levitating behind me. Can you fish in the DLC, chat? Somebody asked me that and I was like, I think you can, but I'm not seeing any of the dark spots. So maybe you can't? There's a spot near the giant... I'm just being unlucky? Okay. That's what I thought, but I wanted to double check. Near the tree? I love Crown Tundra, but I wish these maps were a bit more friendly to navigate. Yeah, there's no spots around here. Caracosta's spawning all over the place. Okay. Caracosta almost looks like it has like a bomb vest strapped on. Yeah, there's Dragapult's transparent tail. Apparently its tail is not transparent anymore. Translucent. In Gen 9. That's really sad. Also, you're one of the fastest Pokemon ever and you're this slow. Fraud. Fraudulent. Fraudulent behavior. Bink. Is that Audino? Why are you in a cave, Audino? This doesn't seem like a nice place for you to be. Okay, let's fly here. I just want to check. Big tree. Oh, hi, Armaldo. I think Armaldo was the last Pokemon I needed for my... Pokemon Home Dex. Dratini. You know, I'm starting to understand why people were like, oh, you can fish in this game? Where are the spots? Oh, hey, it's Relicanth. Whoa! Relicanth, you should be in the bottom of the ocean. Can they bring back Dive? How do I get back down there? Going back and playing these types of Pokemon games, it's like, I miss Koraidon. Where's my Koraidon? I would like to just fly away right now, please. Where is Kurai? Who's barking at me? Little tiny... What little tiny island? Look at all the greed. This tiny island over here? I hope it isn't just the Rotom phone. Okay, I see it, I see it. I can't get down. Why not have them spawn all over? Weird choice. I saw another tweet that said that they don't like the Rotom phones, and I was like, yes! There's more people that agree with me. Oh yeah, there's the pot. Suspicious pot. Yeah, those are Pokemon Snap Magikarp. There we go. There's a fishing spot. Chat, let's fish. You can't move the camera, by the way. You're just stuck in one place. No way! We're Barbochin. We're Barbochin up in here. Who doesn't like Rotom phone? Me. I don't. I want them to go back to traditional Pokedexes. I hate that so many cool fantasy gadgets have just been reduced to cell phone. Because kids have cell phones, so it's gotta be a cell phone. Chain fishing rules. Alright, we fished up one Barboach. Yeah, I miss when the Pokédex used to look like the Nintendo console that the game was on. Cell phones are just, like, I have a cell phone, chat. There's nothing fantastical about a cell phone. Another Barboach? Is this the only thing in here? Yeah, you think they'd like to make fantastic, more traditional Pokedexes so they could sell them. I still have my Tiger Electronics, Pokedex from when I was a kid, and it's awesome. You can't sell Rotom phones. Unless they're just completely fake props. Oh, it's Gary. Hey, Gary. Don't you guys have phones? Yeah. Feebas is the rare one. Yeah, it's one spot. It's just one particular spot around the whole island. Yeah, you know, are they mass breeding Rotoms to become cell phones? Is that even ethical? Who is responsible for making these Rotom phones? I have questions. Yeah, I hate the way the camera locks in place. There's Wishcash. Beautiful. Like, where are they mass producing these Rotoms from? What is happening? Did you set your W's to Wumbo? Nothing was as bad as the yappy little Rotom from Gen 7. I mean, a cell phone is super boring, but it's even worse if it tries to talk to me. But then again, that was just a direct response to Yokai Watch, so... The capitalism corporation who makes the Rotom forms. Led by Airplane and... Michelangelo. I mean, honestly, the worst Rotom is in the Pokemon centers in these games. In this game. That is the worst version of Rotom. In fact, I'm not even quite sure what they were going for. Alright, we've seen Barboach, Wishcash, Gary. Here, I'll fly to a Pokemon Center if you don't know what I'm talking about. I like the bells in the background of the song. This thing. Hate it. You don't need to be here, man. Go away. I hate the colors. Like, I know it matches the console. I know it's gray and red, like the PC console, but like, it's so ugly. Why does it have such big, meaty hands? It just has big mitts. I don't like the it looks like it has long eyelashes, too. Greetings, trainer. What can I help you with? Nothing. Silence. Don't talk to me. Did I win the lottery? Yes. Oh, congratulations. Zekrom. Oh, even the way it talks is so annoying. Wow, I won milk. Chat, I won some milk. Great. Actually, I need to buy some more Lux Balls. Maybe I'll do that right now while I'm thinking about it. Do I need anything else? Just have a bunch of bum TMs. Actually, I'm gonna heal real quick. I bet Moo Moo Milk is delicious. Yeah, the milk expired in 2001. Maybe it's not delicious. Did I say 2001? 2021. Bringing me back to Moo Moo Farms in Gen 2, where the Miltanks roam. Moo Moo cheese. I hate that they just used identical guys. There we go. I thought I remembered where Lux Balls were, and I did! Yay. Yeah, I only had 43 left. Don't need quick. I have 700. How did I get 761 repeat balls? What the heck? What the heck? I don't know why I said it like that. Oh, hey, it's Martin. What's up, Martin? Where's your soul rock? What the skibidi? There's a Rotom in that machine. There's a snake in my boot. What the Slugma? What the Gulpin? Ugh, the perspective in this city is so weird. The Grookey ad is cute. They've been big into Pokemon advertisements the past 2 gens. This is just like the city where Iono's gym is. I gotta play through this game at some point, replay this game, Gen 8, at some point this year, chat. It's gonna happen. I don't know when, but it will happen. Oh yeah, don't mistake that that's an endorsement of me liking the game. This is one of the most, quite possibly one of the most linear Pokemon games to ever exist. It is very rough. Tissy. Woo-doo. Woo-doo. Yeah, I gotta experience the weird, awkward cutscene with Chairman Rose and his dad bod. Yeah, at least you can go in every building. Imagine being able to go into buildings in your Pokemon game. Look at the pop-in. These people are just spawning into existence. Oh wow, you can go this way. I don't think I've explored this place ever since the game came out. The city feels so big, but it also feels really small. There's not a whole lot to do here. Imagine if these were the Pokemon greats that are all over Japan. See, this is not a real representation of a British city because there's not a billion people in it. Can you imagine going to a city and then there's like 3 guys here? You really notice the lack of NPC movement. I don't know what it's gonna take for them to learn how to program NPCs that feel natural and are not just static. Or the awkward looping, like all the awkward children in Scarlet and Violet holding coffee, talking about their follower list. Like, these are all just static NPC. It just makes the city feel so lifeless. Yeah, it'd be nice if rain affected more than, like, certain areas in Pokemon games. I would love if dynamic weather affected the whole game. Oh, there we go. There's one person walking. Great. One person in this giant city. 2 people that move. Yeah, you know, all that Scarlet, like, again, all the little kids that have, like, coffee and are talking about followers, it's like, this is weird, guys. This is really weird. I haven't gotten that item over there. What is it? Ugh, this is how it feels to play this game. Just being in a straight line with no exploration. Accurate feeling of how it is to play Pokemon Sword and Shield. Was this worth it? No. I mean, I guess it was new. Gosh, the pop-in in these games are so bad. I can't wait for the Switch 2. You know what I can't wait for? I can't wait for the Switch 2. Raccoon City. I'd love to see Leon Kennedy in a Pokemon game. The train stations are really cool, but you're just completely de-incentivized to use them when you can just fly everywhere. Like, it's cool in here. But there's no real reason to really come here. This song reminds me of a Pokemon Coliseum song. Yeah, they already have the zombie NPC mechanics down. Exactly. Exactly. Well, I don't know if I'll feel like doing... I don't know what I'll feel like shiny hunting tomorrow, but I'll just go park at the max lair. My usual spot. Hi, Todd. Again, I do like the design of the max lair. This place is sick. I think these tubes were taken right from Chairman Rose's arena? I don't even know what word to use. Poipole, can you believe it? Well, chat, I got to 2K Cobalions and we kind of putzed around and just hung out for a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what I'll feel like. He doesn't deserve an arena. He doesn't. He definitely doesn't deserve that cool boss song. Undeserved. Undeserved. But yeah, I'm gonna go play some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days Collection. So I'll see you all later. I'm gonna go play some more Eternal Duelist Soul. But yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the follows, all the resubs. Shout out to the YouTube viewers, the VOD watchers. I will be back tomorrow for some sort of shiny hunting thing. We'll see what I feel like doing. And then this weekend, we'll probably go with another Dynamax stream or two. But yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. Frick you, Cobalion. And I'll see you guys later. Booper bless your shiny hunts. And all that fun stuff. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.